Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, The Kevin E. I am Kevin E. West, veteran television actor, and this is the content Q-tips, because the pencil is here and it always has a tip to it. So we are ready to rock and roll. I'm, of course, the founder and president of the award-winning organization, the Actors Network, for the business of show business for actors, and we are right into all of my P videos. And today I'm very excited because today is the prologue. And just remember that a prologue, basically sets up, an event or an action that leads into another event or situation, right? Some people might just call that the domino effect of life. But the truth of the matter is, I don't know where you are when you're come and you pick this up with me right here in this moment on this particular piece of content. You may have gone to video number 74 or just jumped in here on the second one. I don't know. Also, with regards to your life, I don't know. So I don't know how this video as an event is going to cause you to go into another event or situation. But I do know this. What I want to make sure of is that you have this in mind. And one of the things that have caused us to go into other events or actions is right off the bat, the idea that digital technology has given us a false sense of security and also a false sense of perception that somehow this business is easier. It's one of the reasons why you'll commonly hear me say, and I use the reference, I've been using it for over 2 decades now, welcome to 21st century Hollywood. Again, remember, Hollywood being anywhere you're trying to pursue and make money as an actor by being a performer, scripted actor, stage, screen, commercials, whatever it may be. But this is one of the problems that we have with regards to the prologue, is because of digital technology. And the truth of the matter is, I personally believe that what digital technology has really done to us is pure chaos. I just think it's pure chaos. It's one of the things that has come out of that from a prologue standpoint, which is why I present to you guys a lot of uncommon concepts and ideas. And some of what I will present to you will be confounding. But if you stop and think about the definition of prologue, look back in your life. Common phrase that gets made is, what is past is prologue. Yeah, because it precedes. It's but it precedes. What's next? As I've lived this movie. I've been living this movie since the late 80s and been living the movie of consulting actors on the business since 91. I am the prologue to all of this. So it doesn't matter what level you're at as an actor in the business. It doesn't matter what age you are. You're going to go forward with credits or no credits. Being brand new, being 2 or 3 years in, being 5 or 10 years in. Maybe you're a long-time working veteran. Sometimes those are the toughest people who don't really want to listen to anything I have to say because they're like, yeah, I understand it all, man. I get you. But then look at what events or actions with that mentality drop you into what kind of next events or situations. That's my concern, because a lot of times we don't handle them well, especially if we're more mature and coming into this business for the first time, and or once again, as I always say, parents. So these are things that require us, in my opinion, and it took me a little while. You have to check your ego at the door about the business, because if you don't, it will find a way to unfortunately humble you, and those actual future events and situations usually aren't very fun. Lord knows I got kicked in the teeth plenty of times, and I want you to sort of look at it, at some of the past things that you may have done if you've been in this business for a while at all, and don't think I regret it or I wish I could change it. No. Like I said in one of the other videos, assess it. Remove the myth or the fear about it so that you're ready for the next event or situation that is similar to that. That's everything that this library is going to be about, is to help you with the prologue and the present simultaneously. The business is way past craft and art. We want it to be, totally get it. But it has to be separate, and you have to keep it intelligently separate, even when they're happening simultaneously, even when something business-wise is happening on set. That's business. It's not about performing, because you have to separate out the results. You have to protect your business fuel tank. And in a lot of ways, guys, when you think about what is past as prologue, I use the quote from, because I do it all the time, I use the quote from Yoda in Star Wars. You have to unlearn what you have learned. Now, that may not apply to you, but there may be people watching this that it does apply to. It's, a lot of you guys know I wear golf shirts. I'm a golfer, and I do occasionally instruct people. I don't do it for a living, on playing golf. And most of the time, most of what I fight in that is having to try and get somebody to break a habit of something based that's intrinsic in their body now in muscle memory, that a bad habit they learned a long time ago or were taught a long time ago, something that was incorrect or something they just morphed into a way of doing. And a lot of what happens with us in the business is we get shaped by past events or past actions that then affect our future events and situations, and nothing breaks that chain. And I want to break that chain some of the time with what I talk to you guys about. To focus, strategy, communication. Again, a line from the movie Untouchables is, what are you prepared to do, from Sean Connery. And that has to be the question, because otherwise not much going forward from what's happened in the past is going to change. What are you prepared to do? I am all about the truth, integrity, and the value of experience. And when you don't have that experience in this profession, because it's so wonky, so subjective, so nuanced. Remember, the only things that are black and white in this business, 1%, is our contracts. Everything else, mood, timing, personality, location, there's a lot of moving parts in the business of show business that affect you as a human being that you then have to go live your life having experienced. That's why Prologue is so valuable in this, because how it affects the next event or situation. So just be aware of that. I'm not a guy, a lot of people do it in Hollywood, a lot of people do it all over the world. They're always busy talking about maybe if, maybe yeah, this will happen. I'm just not built that way. Maybe it's my Southern upbringing, but when it comes to the business, I don't spend a lot of time talking about it. I spent a lot of time doing it, and I learned by doing it. I learned the knowledge and therefore became powerful and confident in my efforts for the business, because I actually let the actions and the events of what occurred help me towards the next event or situation. That's what I did all throughout my career. And it's always going to be execution wins. Always wins. Any sport, music, any of that stuff, guys. Any of it. If you have dreams, and I presume you do, it needs a blueprint. But what is that blueprint based on? What is the previous, the past, and what's your blueprint going forward? What's the relation to those things? That's what you're going to get from the content that I'm going to put forth in this entire library. And nothing about what I talk about in any way, shape, form, or fashion is meant to make you feel like there's too much reality or too much truth, that it kills your dream. No, man, it's completely the opposite. It's my 3 favorite words. Enhance the likelihood. Everything about what is past is prologue for me in the business of show business, which is just like life, is about actually enhancing the likelihood that the next event and next situation is a great one, even if it looked like a bad one, but you knew how to handle it better. That's what it's about. I am the proverbial proverb, if you are any type of religious person, or you just know the proverb, which is, give a man a fish, feed him for a day, teach him how to fish, feed him for a lifetime. And that is what this is about for me, and that's everything about what Prologue means to me when it's about the business of show business. Feed you for a lifetime down the road. Okay, Make sure you like, subscribe, call your friends, go to kevinewest.com, follow me on Instagram, the Kevin E. I'll see you guys real soon for the next P. It's coming.